Hey everybody, welcome back to Comic Crow, and we have an update on the situation with Russell Brand and Rumble and TikTok being contacted by the UK government in order to have his channels demonetized with them, as well as statements in the letter that other social media outlets had been contacted. Now, we actually have the name of the person in the letter, Dame Caroline Demonetize. I have no clue how you pronounce it. I'm just going to call her Demonetize. So anyways, Mrs. Demonetize is right over here. Here's a Twitter account. Gosport MP, Chair, Culture, Media, and Sport Committee. Retweets don't equal endorsements, yada, yada. Email account, blah, 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 blah. Now, before we begin, if you can do me a favor, please share the videos that we've been putting out on the subject for Russell Brand. Your guys' help boosting out the content, sharing with other people, getting the message out there is a giant help to us. And take a look at some of the other videos that we've been uploading recently, including one on the whole Marilyn Manson lawsuit update. This is the woman who wrote the letters and had them sent out, or more than likely had other people write the letters for her and sent them out with her signature attached. It looks like she didn't actually get those cleared with her own committee. So she went rogue to go after Russell Brand. She went completely rogue, completely off script, and just decided to use her power as a politician in the UK to try to get him demonetized without even clearing it with her own committee. So let's go through this article by the, what is this? Britain's news channel, GB, Great Britain News, I guess. Never heard of them, but this is still pretty funny. Dame, because I don't read shit from the UK. Dame Caroline Demonetize is facing calls to quit as chair of the Culture, Media, and Sports Committee after asking video streaming platform Rumble to demonetize Russell Brand. Demonetize, 51, wrote to Rumble yesterday after Brand, 48, was accused of rape and sexual assault. Actually, funny thing, I watched the video from that Star Wars girl because I had read the article originally from Daily Mail, and I read through the abbreviated stuff that was posted to Twitter by the Sunday Times. In the article itself, they're actually very careful never to use the term grape. Instead, they just heavily allege it with how they frame the encounters, but they never actually say the term. So it's pretty surprising to think about how it was formulated, almost like they wanted to prevent themselves from being sued for defamation in the UK. Interesting. Anyways, the Gosport MP penned a number of letters to multiple organizations, including GB News. However, GB News understands not every member of the Culture, Media, and Sport Committee was supportive of the letter to Rumble. A source said, "We know at least one committee member is not comfortable with the language used before Mr. Brand has been found guilty of any crime." Another insider appeared to corroborate the claim, adding that only some of the letters were signed off. Despite voicing concern about Dame Caroline's sentiments, committee members were not among those gunning for her resignation. In her letter to Rumble Chief Executive Chris Pavlovsky, Demonetize said, "While we recognize that Rumble is not the creator of the content published by Mr. Brand, we are concerned that he may be able to profit from his content on the platform. We would be very so they're just reading through the letter here. Yada, yada. The Gosport MP's letter came under fire on social media, with many users suggesting the former culture minister was breaking key clauses from the Magna Carta. Responding to the letter, controversial commentator and former UKIP MEP candidate Carl Benjamin said, "Caroline Demonetize has violated one of the few clauses of the Magna Carta which are still in effect, that an Englishman's property may not be arbitrarily seized or stripped from him without the lawful judgment of his peers. She must resign or be fired immediately." Actually, and I have that tweet pulled up over here. So essentially, she didn't actually clear those letters going out with her committee. She just had the letters written, showed them to the committee. I guess some of them were signed off on, but others had no idea she was putting them out. And she just put them out, signed them as the chair of that committee. So she kind of went rogue. She went rogue to see this man's channel get demonetized. unhinged leftist behavior if I've ever seen it. Oh man, it's pretty interesting. So anyways, what is the what's this whole Magna Carta thing? The Magna Carta, for those of us who live here in the United States and not the United Kingdom, Magna Carta was issued in June 1215 and was the first document to put into writing that the principle that the king and his government was not above the law. It sought to prevent the king from exploiting his power and place limits on royal authority by establishing law as a power in itself. So again, most of the clauses of the Magna Carta have either been removed, rewritten, updated, but according to Carl Benjamin, or Sargon of Akkad, as most people know him, there are 4 clauses that still remain in effect, or a few clauses, I said 4, maybe it's only 3. A few clauses of the Magna Carta which are still in effect, and one of them specifically does not allow for what this Demonetize character went ahead and did without any approval to do so. So guys, I thought it was pretty interesting, and I wanted to get like your thoughts and opinions on this subject because, well, I mean, look at it. This is kind of nuts, right? This is a little bit kind of nuts. So anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments section below. I find this entire story to be just absolutely disgusting. It's not just the fact that you have someone from the UK government attempting to get his channel demonetized, knowing that he has not committed any crime that they can charge him with, or let's use the correct terminology. He hasn't actually even been charged with a crime. He hasn't been charged with a crime. But this woman went against her own committee and acted as the chair of that committee to try to pressure social media companies to get Russell Brand demonetized. That is unhinged behavior, and it should be punished, and she should lose her job, but she won't because they don't actually care. Whatever gives them power is good. Whatever takes that power away is bad. Those are the rules for a leftist politician or for a leftist in general.